Salutations to all, and thank you for visiting my Bold is the Beautiful channel. I hope everyone is having a great day ahead of them. To begin, kindly click the subscribe button. Kindly give this video a thumbs up in the hopes. Sheila Carter was killed off on Bold and the Beautiful, but as the body sizzled, a massive clue emerged from the flames suggesting it wasn't the nine-toed woman in the oven on the CBS serial opera. In order to demonstrate that this dead person has 10 toes, B flashed a scene. This scene implies that Sheila is not the person burning inside the crematorium. Unless, that is, she somehow developed a toe, which is exceedingly implausible. Prior to this, indications that she might not be dead were made during the memorial service. As Sheila's 10 toes appear, this gives rise to a number of strange speculations that have been posted online recently. However, several fans tried their hardest, and these are some of their suggestions. If Kimberlin Brown's character, Sheila Carter, is still alive, Bold and Beautiful has an incredible tale to tell its audience. Deacon Sharp, seen Kanan, has already seen her lifeless body at the morgue. However, he never glanced down at her feet. Her feet weren't visible until she was engulfed in flames. It would have been best to count how many toes she had long before this. However, nobody took the time to do that. Nobody cared to check at Sheila's feet, even though her death was quite suspicious. Then she realized that she didn't put up much of a struggle at her death scene. With little resistance, she appeared to let Stephanie Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, to stab her. She even seemed to be encouraging her by approaching her daughter-in-law. Furthermore, the typically teasing woman remained silent. Fans of Bold and the Beautiful are in no doubt that Deacon and Sheila were genuinely in love with one another. Sheila's passing occurs shortly after Deacon's suffering over his daughter's rejection of him. Annika Knowles' character Hope Logan issued her father a warning. Sheila Carter or her and his grandchildren were involved. Despite her insane behavior, there is a hypothesis that the nine-toed woman realized how her beloved was being killed by this. Thus, it's possible that she staged her demise to provide him with a direct route to his daughter. Deacon's remarks at the memorial provide credence to the theory that she chose this path with this intention in mind. On Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon mentioned Sheila Carter's transformation several times this week. She spent some time keeping herself on course before flipping a switch and pursuing Steffi. So, to the bereaved boyfriend, none of this makes sense. It's possible, though, that she did change and that she now understands their connection will destroy his family. So here's one approach to resolving it. Online speculation, however, is rife regarding her motivation for staging her demise. Some followers imagine a world in which she returns and lives free of the terrible past that has been tied to her. They speculate that she might make a comeback and pose as Sheila's identical twin. However, spinning that backstory is not easy. Nevertheless, it doesn't appear to bother Bold and the Beautiful altering history. We already know that Sheila Carter's body was a near match at the morgue. That would therefore most likely be Sugar, the former client of Sheila, who she tricked into having plastic surgery in order to become a near-perfect clone of herself. Should it be Sugar in Steffi's residence, that would account for the strange conduct, such as remaining silent. Therefore, all identity confirmation that was required is gone if that turns out to be Sugar in the oven. However, this is only one of many bizarre speculations circulating online that presents a fresh storyline. Thus, Sheila might appear in Los Angeles claiming to be a twin sister. However, Bold and Beautiful wouldn't be able to explain that. Thus, while it's unlikely to occur, some fans won't rule it out just yet. Thus, the premise behind this wild false twin notion begins with what Sheila would need to return to. Sheila Carter is aware that, in any case, she will never be able to relate to Finn or her grandchild as herself. Still, she would need to reinvent herself. She would have to change into a person who could fit in with Tanner Novlan's John Finnegan family on a completely new level. Sure, this is a stretch, but as fans have suggested, it's also bold and the beautiful, so who knows? The Forrester family would be extremely suspicious of this fictitious plot. Sheila Carter would have to take on a new identity in order to live the life she desires without being despised by everyone. Additionally, it's an opportunity for her to spend time with her son and grandson in the role of aunt rather than mother and grandmother. What about Deacon? He's already noticed how many toes there are. In retrospect, he had previously kept Sheila's secret when she was fugitive. Furthermore, Finn doesn't believe him when he claims to have seen 10 toes this week. Rather, he believes the bereaved partner is going crazy. Deacon could therefore readily backpedal and concur with Finn that the vision was caused by stress. He may argue that his perception was warped by the heat waves in that oven. If Deacon came back as Sheila Carter's twin, Sheila Carter would probably trust her to maintain another secret. He would be overjoyed to have her back and would probably cooperate with any scheme that did not involve hurting anyone. However, this bizarre B and B theory implies that Sheila Carter would need a toe prosthesis that fits snugly if she follows this course. The explanation is, someone on the CBS soap opera is going to yank that toe if she tries to sell this ruse. According to a different theory, the 10-toe vision is pointless. Deacon is anxious because he believes Sheila is not the one who is charbroiled after witnessing 10 toes in Bold and the Beautiful. He thinks she is still alive and that the body was not hers. People begin to think he's insane after he goes around attempting to convince anyone who will listen. However, this B and B theory implies that it ends suddenly with all the tension and drama surrounding Deacon's belief that she is still alive. That's as a result of his discovery. According to this bizarre belief, he may search her belongings at home for a hint as to where she might be. However, he then finds a receipt and is devastated all over again. According to this viewpoint, he discovers a bill that Sheila paid. Furthermore, the reason he saw 10 toes through the flames was because it was for a toe prosthesis. Then, once more, she dies. It's true that fans of Bold and the Beautiful have vivid imaginations. Perhaps the authors ought to pay attention. Here's a surprise to consider. According to a different theory, Sheila Carter was abducted, and the guilty party is her old friend, the lustful Mike Guthrie, Ken Haynes. He therefore believes that no one will search for her as long as everyone believes she is dead. According to this theory, Mike believes he has found the love of his life. Deacon, however, noticed that he had 10 toes on each foot and will be searching for the woman who addresses him as Daddy. She had gotten away a few of times prior to all of this. She claimed to be seeing an old friend when questioned. Mike fits the description of that. If this is the case, however, B and B would need to create a very complicated tale to explain how they managed to get Sheila Carter's sculpted twin to serve as the sacrifice lamb. That's it. The mystery surrounding Sheila Carter's death has given rise to a lot of wild speculations, and viewers are unsure of the direction this CBS serial opera will take moving forward.